Okay, I would like to call the October 7th, 2025 special session of the Monroe County Board of Health to order. We're meeting tonight just to talk about the revisions to some position descriptions that we need to vote on for the county before the county council's meeting next Tuesday. But we have an emergency item that just came up that Professor Hegman informed us about, and it has to do with, you have a handout there. Urban Forestry is applying for a grant from the Indiana Department of Natural Resources having to do with emerald ash borers. And we don't have to write anything. All we have to do is verbally support the position, but I'm going to turn it over to George, who is our expert.
Well, very briefly, it's simply a resolution which says that we support the application of the Bloomington Urban Forester to do proposed work, including evaluating existing ash trees, culling the ones that are ill and need to be removed and are a danger, and then thirdly, replacing with native trees of other kinds so that the urban canopy remains more or less as it is now, maybe even improved a little bit. Trees don't seem to be a health item in the larger scheme of things, but I think that if you consider their role in a few things that I pointed to there, urban heat environments, controlling stormwater, a variety of other things, it would be worthwhile at least start adding our 2 cents in a positive way to this grant application. It costs us nothing, and it may bring some funds our way, which will have good public health effects.
Discussion or questions for George on this?
I just had never heard of the quote urban forester.
Well, he used to be called the city forester.
Is a person?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a group?
No, there is a tree commission which advises the urban forester, and the guy's name is Haskell Smith.
Oh, okay.
And he's the guy who comes out when you have a tree fall in the road, or you have a park tree that has a misadventure, or plants new trees where they need to be planted, and it's possible to do that.
Very cool.
He's limited to the city, though. He doesn't handle the county.
No, this is not county. This is city. But of course, the effect is,
Sure.
Since the city's in the county, a county-wide effect as well.
Sure. Well, I would move that we approve the proposed resolution as written in this handout.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you very
Motion
much.
carries. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
I'll take it from here.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you doing that. So we're going to move on to, I think that you all are aware from our last, a couple of meetings, because as of January 1st, we will no longer have the contract with IU Health Community Health to provide public health nursing services, which consists of communicable disease case investigations required by state law of every local health department, as well as providing vaccinations for low-income people who need vaccinations, many times children, doing tuberculosis case investigations, that's part of the communicable disease function, and lead case investigations, again, part of the legally mandated communicable disease functions. So we are proposing to the county council, and the reason we're having this meeting tonight is because we need to vote to approve these job descriptions so that they can go to the council at their next Tuesday meeting. Usually this would have been done by their PAC, their personnel committee, but they have disbanded PAC temporarily, and the whole council is going to be reviewing these on Tuesday, and we hope that they pass so that we can get them to WIS, which is a whole other time delay, but we have no choice about it. And So we're really gonna be behind the eight ball if we don't get moving on this. I made, because we've talked about this, but it changed somewhat. It didn't change substantively, the details changed. Sarah, Lori, Lisa, and I have been working on these frantically. So what you see is our collective wisdom. Hopefully it's wisdom. And I want to just go through this with you so that you understand before we discuss it. So we have an existing position, the Director of Health Services, which is close to being filled. Sorry, George, do you want to move?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You can take my chair if you want. That's at a Pat D level. This position will supervise these positions that we're proposing because they're all providing health services, so it made sense. So you will see in your packet a revision for this position that has already been passed through everything. Okay, this is existing, already passed, but we had to revise its duties slightly to include supervision of these three. So that's the reason for the revisions there. This is our new position, so brand new. This will be funded with the money that we will not be paying IU Health under the contract in January. We are making all these, we're proposing all these be Pass C positions. We are requiring a nursing degree and a license because we want them to be able to give injections. So treatment for antibiotics for sexually transmitted diseases, anything else that might come up, as well as vaccinations. So this is the new position. We're calling each of them public health nurses, which is what they are. Lori got some public health nurse job descriptions from other local health departments. So, and she just copied a whole lot of the language because it made great sense, right? We didn't have to reinvent the wheel. So this primary position is called Public Health Nurse Communicable Disease. That's what the CD is. This person will have lead responsibility for communicable disease investigations. So interviewing patients, doing contact tracing, making sure those patients have been adequately treated, getting those contacts tested and treated as needed, putting all the data into NVS, which is the state's database, which is required. So this is the lead. And then these other two positions are already existing positions in the health department. So these are not new. This position formerly was titled Behavioral Health and Wellness. We're changing the title just to Public Health Nurse. This position is currently vacant, as is this position, currently vacant. It was formerly called COVID-19 School Liaison. So you're going to see those in your packets as well. We have changed the duties so that they can provide school health liaison services, which is one of the things that will be lost due to the contract expiring with IU Health. And they will support this position. So if there's a disease outbreak, which we hope there never is, these folks will be surge capacity. They will be able to help. They can help do vaccine outreaches, medication distribution, whatever you can think of that we might need to take care of in an emergency, they're going to be backup. And so you will see those duties in the existing, and a whole lot of this has changed. The title of this has changed. What questions do you have?
How does directly observed therapy come into this?
DOT would be led by this position.
Okay.
And my sense is, I mean, this is something we don't know yet, but unless we had a TB outbreak, I think the volume of patients that we need to monitor who are on DOT could be handled by this position. But if not, if we had an outbreak, somebody throw some salt over your shoulder or something. These two folks would be trained to step in. Yeah,
So this Pat C level, is it, we were worried before that we weren't offering enough money to attract a nurse.
we believe, we looked at the numbers. We believe this salary will be healthy enough to get a nurse. Lori and Sarah are away at a local health department boot camp training right now, so I don't have Lori to specifically ask, but I have been assured that that question has been looked at
Good.
and answered to our satisfaction. Other questions?
I presume from a budget perspective, 2 existing positions without that contract that supports the other ones.
We're good.
From a budget perspective,
We're
it's
really
good,
good from a budget perspective. So just, you might not be aware, but IU Health, when they were doing all of these services for us, they had 3 FTE public health nurses doing this. We will have 1 FTE public health nurse, about 0.25, 0.25, and 0.25. So basically, we're proposing to do it with 1.75 FTEs, what we previously had been purchasing at 3 FTEs.
Okay.
So there will be money to do this. There may be money left over, but there will be money to do this.
That's great.
Okay.
Super.
So like I say, we spent so much time doing this. I hope you guys are okay with it.
Yeah, I was,
Much better.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for all your hard
You're
work.
very
Yeah.
welcome. Thanks to, Lisa and Lori and Sarah, because it was rough. But we got it done. We feel real good about what's in there. We think it's comprehensive. We think it's going to meet the needs, and especially when you remember that IU Health is still going to be in the vaccine business. So we're hoping that's not a huge volume for us, but we're prepared if it is.
Yeah, the only concerns I had was the previous scope of practice we talked about, which has been resolved with the nurses. And the other was whether we had enough money to attract quality nurses. And it sounds
Mhm.
like we actually cut some FTE, which is amazing. So
So I think
That's great.
we're good. I do not have any public comment on the agenda, but since we're doing good with time, if there is anybody on the meeting virtually who would like to make a comment on this topic, only on this topic of the position revisions,
it's just that you won't be.
Okay. Thank you.
you could raise your hand and we'll see if our technology works. Unlike the county council, whose technology seems to never work. Okay, I do not see any hands for public comment.
Question, do we need to vote on each of these separately, or can we make it a single package?
Do you have any idea? If Lori were here, I would turn to Lori and say, what do we need to do? We have voted as packages before.
I think we should do it individually, just to
Just
be.
for
Lisa
safety's sake,
Lisa
we
wants
should
to
do
be
it
on the
if we
safe
don't.
side, so I am good with that.
Can I ask one question first?
Absolutely.
So there's 3 public health nurses. I'm just trying to figure out, one of them in here says the ability to analyze, evaluate, observe, diagnose, and investigate. I'm interested in the diagnose question.
And
That's
where-
exactly my
Please
question.
tell me,
It is on page 5 of the public health nurse that used to be behavioral health and wellness coordinator.
okay, hang on, I get right there. And,
I reviewed these beforehand, and that was the only question that I had on any of them.
and is that the only position that you're
It's the
saying?
only one that I
has
saw, that,
diagnosed?
yes.
On page 5.
Page 5, it is kind of right down, where did I find it?
But it's not in red.
Yes, it's not in red, so it's
Okay,
here.
if it's, okay, let me back up. If it's not in red, that is not a revision we are suggesting. That's part of the existing job description that has already been approved.
Okay,
Because this is an existing job description. The old behavioral health and
Sure.
wellness,
so I'm,
as well as the COVID-19. So the only revisions we made are things that you're gonna see appearing in red. This one is completely black, because this is our new one. There was nothing to revise, right? So this guy is the outlier.
So that language about diagnosis is not gonna be in the current version.
Well, it's already in there, right?
It's already in there. It's, somebody has already approved it. It's already been through.
But it's not
already been
correct.
Yeah, it could get us in hot water.
It could be,
That was my point.
Because-
That's outside the
Because
scope of the
nurses,
nurse.
yeah, cannot diagnose.
diagnosed.
They are not, that's a,
Well, I rhetorically ask, I wonder how it got
Well, I wondered
through.
if behavioral health and wellness coordinator, if this was like a psychologist or an MS or
right, it
something like
was a
that, because it was,
public health.
and if it's a psychologist could provide psychiatric diagnoses
Okay,
in counseling.
how
So I
hard,
wonder if that's
how
what it
hard
is.
would it be for you to remove this word, like do a red stripe through
We
it?
can just do it. There's no need.
Okay, shall we vote on that?
Yes.
So I would move that we remove the diagnose word from this job description.
Go ahead a second.
A second.
I'll say.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. So it's
Good
page, you want this? It's page 5. It's right there on the old behavioral health and wellness. It's right there. Since we're on this one and we're gonna do this individually, does someone want to make a motion to pass this one as amended?
I think Kate,
I've got another thing that bothers me.
On this job description?
Well, this one,
Okay, we're going to this?
is that what we're on?
No?
It doesn't matter. It's on almost all of them.
Okay. What does it say?
Well, this one, it says, under requirements, that's one of the things that bother me. Position requires a nursing license. Okay, now, when they talked before, when we met last meeting, our health officer made comments about hiring an LPN, correct? Possibly in one of these positions. They do not have a license. They have what's called certificate when they graduate. And if it's going to be, has an Indiana license, it should be an active Indiana license.
Okay,
I think that should be added.
okay.
Requires an active Indiana nursing license.
Are you writing? Okay. Linnea is writing. I would ask, although you're saying an LPN doesn't get a license.
They don't have a,
They
they
don't
get,
have a they
they
don't have
get a
licensure.
license, but when they credentials, they don't have a lot.
The
they're given
wording
a
that you
certificate.
suggest, would that prohibit an LPN?
No.
Okay, that's what I
If we say
just wanted to make
position
sure.
requires an active Indiana nursing license.
And I'm gonna ask, could you please make that change to the old behavioral health?
no,
and
wait a minute.
wellness?
So
The
that's
old-
an
LPNs have a nursing license, but when they graduate,
The old,
there's someplace here it says degree nursing.
right,
They don't have a degree. They have a certificate.
These ones from the nursing license and we're about to be modified.
yeah, and on the new one as well. I just want them all to be consistent. The one that we don't have to change is the health services director, because again, that's already been through, that's done, that's approved. All we're changing here is that they're gonna supervise these folks.
So the one that
It
says,
should. It should. If it doesn't, that's an oversight.
We definitely should have
be
done
required in women's training.
Nursing degree.
There's too many of them.
All of them should say the same thing as they said it. Do you need her to say it again?
No, I got that in that. But,
Okay,
okay, so I want to be clear then. So on the behavioral health and wellness coordinator, public health nurse, it says a nurse degree and Indiana license are required. So that means they have to be an RN.
That's right.
Right.
So is that what we
But
want.
an LPN would have an associate's degree,
No, they do not.
We get a certificate.
They have a nursing certificate.
but Ivy Tech has a program.
They have a 2-year RN program and an 1-year LPN program. An LPN is a 1-year program.
Okay. So we would need to remove, are you ready? From the behavioral health and wellness. Remove the thing that says nursing degree. And just let it say what you're already gonna put in about the active Indiana license.
And they would be
Was that
hiring
done on
any of
any others?
Yes. So for the COVID-19, or that's marked out, public health nurse. On page.
Oh, yeah,
4,
yep, yep.
Nursing degree.
So the
Same thing,
nursing
your
degree
job requirements of the old COVID school health liaison, make it the same. So take out nursing degree required and insert active
Yeah.
Indiana nursing license. And then what about on the new one? On the new one, it now says position requires a nursing license. We should just make it say what, the same thing that you're putting into the other. Thanks for bringing that all to our attention.
So I just want to make sure, so for the health services director,
I have too many pickups.
on
Yes,
page 5,
yes.
it says, and this is not a change, but it says nursing degree from accredited institution and Indiana license required. And that person is an RN.
This is a Pat D, this is an RN, this is a
Okay,
different
just wanted to
level.
make sure.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And this has already been approved, so we're good with that.
Okay,
Okay.
Now, if anybody would like to make a motion. We'll do
I
this
will
one at a time.
motion that we approve the public health nurse communicable diseases position with the already discussed amendments tonight as otherwise written.
We have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have passed the public health nurse communicable diseases. Who would like to go next?
okay, so I move on the public health nurse position that we approve the proposed changes in red,
Which?
It used to be.
the one that used to be behavioral health and wellness
Okay.
coordinator,
Okay,
but also that we approve the language change for
job requirements.
job requirements. And that will say, instead of a nurse degree and Indiana license required, it will say an Indiana license, an active Indiana
Nursing.
nursing license required.
Otherwise, we'll get an auto mechanic. You understand? Okay.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so we have passed the behavioral health and the former behavioral health and wellness coordinator position. Next up,
And that include the elimination of the diagnose on page 5.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so let's see, for the job description, formerly COVID-19, changing that to public health nurse. I make a motion to change the description as with the items in red,
And the amendment as discussed
and
to job requirement.
the amendment under job requirements.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay, the former COVID-19 has been passed. So all we have left is the health services director, which just had those supervisory responsibilities stuck in it.
I motion to approve the Health Services Director position with the red additional responsibilities as discussed.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we've done our business. Thank you.
Can I ask one question?
Well, you can. What is,
Well, I'm looking at this required 35 hours of annual online training, including mental health, suicide prevention, nutrition, infectious diseases, and chronic diseases.
what job description are you on?
Oh, I'm on the public health nurse,
That used to be what?
COVID-19.
Okay,
Okay. I'm just thinking of availability. Are we sure that that is available?
Yeah, it absolutely will.
oh, yeah, it's on Intrain. All the stuff
That's
is
what
on
I'm
Intrain.
asking. Is it?
It's free, it's on, oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I'm at, well, okay.
Yeah, as our, from what it looked like to me, I'm starting to put together a training plan for Lori. All of the training modules on communicable disease case investigation are also on Intrain. So I think we're gonna be fine.
Great.
Yay, okay.
Thanks, guys.
Anybody want to adjourn?
I do.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thanks so much for coming.